said when you started tracking him again, where did you guys go?
That's when we tracked him to the hospital.
And who was doing the tracking on that day? Were any of these defendants doing the tracking?
No, sir.
Did you show them how to do the tracking?
No, sir.
Did you have any contact with Mandy at that point in time about doing the tracking?
No, sir.
And how did you track him to the hotel?
My iPhone.
And that's with the 650 number?
Yes.
Do you recall about what time you got to the hotel? I'm sorry, to the hospital?
Midday.
Still light out?
Yes.
What were the weather conditions?
Fair.
Was the sun out?
Think so.
Do you recall at this time what either Connor or Washington were wearing at the time that, on that day?
No.
Did you see him in any bandanas?
No.
What about Red?
I don't know.
Okay, what about Calvin?
No, I never seen him in bands.
Did you remember what Calvin was wearing?
No.
Do you remember what you were wearing?
No.
When you started tracking him to the hospital on that day, who was driving what?
Same setup. Calvin was driving the Tahoe, and the agent on the car was behind us driving my Connor with Washington in the passenger seat.
And what hospital did you track him to?
Northside Hospital.
And is there anything significant about Northside Hospital to you?
When we got over in that area, and the dot of where we were tracking to was leading us towards the what I knew at the baby factory is where I had my child at.
When you say the dot, what dot are you referring to?
The dot on the screen of where his car was.
Do you know how many times you tracked it that day?
Plenty of times.
How long did it take you to get from Calvin's apartment to the hospital?
It shouldn't have taken us long. It's not that far.
And did you locate the vehicle?
Yes.
And where was the vehicle at?
Inside the parking deck.
Where inside the parking deck?
Like, as soon as you came in the parking deck, it was about the third car to the right.
And where was it close to at the, is there more than one parking deck at Northside Hospital?
I'm sure there is. The maternity ward, I guess, where people go to have babies.
So, do you enter the parking deck?
Yes, sir.
Does anybody else enter the parking deck?
Both cars into the parking deck.
And do you have to punch a ticket to enter the parking deck?
Yes, sir.
When you got into the parking deck, what happened?
We see that the car is there. We circle around the parking deck and then exiting the parking deck. Red gets on the phone with Connor and tells him to stay there. And do you see the car? And it's there. They said yes. We exit the parking deck.
And was there any other discussion about what happened and what was said?
Then that's when Red was saying that done his ass or kill him right there, basically.
Was there any talk about the mob?
I'm going to object to leading, Judge.
All right, I agree. Sustain.
Was there anything else that was said?
Yeah, that's when Calvin was the first one to say right after that, of like, man, like, you think that's a good idea? Like, this is the hospital. Like, we just went in the little parking deck thing. They probably got cameras over there and whatnot. In my mind, I thought it was almost a stupid question because I was like, obviously they're not going to just kill him right there. Like, or, there's got to be some kind of mistake or something like that. Like, why would you kill somebody at the hospital right there? And if they would, do something else, or it was, I don't know. But then that's when Red said that, like, we're just going to do a mob style and not take no money back or anything, it's just for the principle
What principle?
of respect, I guess.
I'm going to object to him speculating as to what somebody else might have been thinking.
I agree, sustained, stricken.
When he said principle, did you have something in your mind about what he meant?
Objection.
Your mind.
Relevance, what he had in his mind.
Now, I'm going to overrule that answer.
Yeah.
What was that?
Respect for being a drug dealer and gangbanger.
So when you guys, how do you guys enter the parking deck?
It was to the left, the little turn to the left, and then there was a right into the parking deck.
Who was following him?
Con in Washington in the car behind us.
And how do you exit the parking deck?
You got to go around in the